History, by its very nature, is unchangeable and cannot be erased, regardless of our attempts to alter or reinterpret it. The events and consequences that occurred in the past remain unchanged. However, beneath the tunnels of Western Wall in Jerusalem, scientists have made a shocking discovery that will leave you astounded. Join us as we uncover the forgotten parts of history hidden beneath the disputed land of Jerusalem. What has left scientists so amazed? Prepare to have your answers and your minds blown as we reveal the secrets of the Holy of Holies in the sacred land of Jerusalem. Jerusalem holds immense significance as a holy city for three different Abrahamic religions: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. It is a city deeply rooted in history, and within its sacred grounds lies the remnants of two ancient temples known as the First Temple and the Second Temple. The First Temple, built around 1000 BC by King Solomon after Jerusalem became King David's capital, was unfortunately destroyed in 586 BC by Nebuchadnezzar, the Babylonian king, during his conquest of the city. Evidence of the First Temple period can still be found in sacred remains, such as the burnt house and the house of Bel, offering us glimpses into the city's past. In 701 BC, King Hezekiah prepared Jerusalem for an imminent siege by Sennacherib, the Assyrian king, leaving behind significant structures like Hezekiah's tunnel and the Broad Wall in the Jewish quarter. The Second Temple period, which lasted from 538 BC to AD 70, began with the return of the Jews from the Babylonian exile under the edict of Cyrus, the king of Persia. By 515 BC, the Jewish inhabitants had successfully completed the construction of the Second Temple. This period can be further divided into the Persian, Hellenistic, and Roman periods, each leaving its unique mark on the city. Jerusalem's rich history is a testament to its enduring significance and the layer of civilizations that have shaped it over time. The recent discovery beneath the Western Wall only adds to the intrigue and fascination surrounding this ancient city. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the secrets that lie beneath the surface and uncover the untold stories of Jerusalem's past. During King Herod's reign, the Temple Mount underwent significant expansion with the rebuilding of the Second Temple in 37 BC. This structure gained favor among the people, but tragically during the Roman period in AD 70, the Second Temple, along with Jerusalem itself, faced deconstruction at the hand of Titus's army. The archaeological remains from the Second Temple period serve as a testament to this storied history. Sites like Herdon Valley Tombs, the Western Wall, Robinson's Ark, the Herodia Residential Quarter, and various other tombs and walls bear witness to the city's enduring legacy. Out of these sites, the most important and sacred one for the Jews is the Western Wall, also known as the Wailing Wall or Koto. The Western Wall is a 2,000-year-old retaining wall built by Herod the Great during the expansion of the Second Temple and its plaza. The reason for its sacredness is numerous. Firstly, it's the only remaining wall of the Second Temple, which was the holiest site in Judaism. The Western Wall is believed to be the closest place to the Holy of Holies, the innermost sacred chamber of the temple. If you come to see the Western Wall, you can see crowds of people praying to God facing the wall. The Jewish people understand that this place is very important to God. This is where he ordered his chosen people to build a temple in the exact place. The Western Wall is where the Jews remember the unique relationship they have with God. It's the remembrance of a bond that God had with the Jews when he lived among with them. However, the Western Wall is located on the Temple Mount, which is considered to be the holiest site of Judaism. Right now, the Temple Mount is the site of the Dome of the Rock in the Al-Aqsa Mosque, the third holiest place in Islam. Did you know that the Western Wall, at the heart of the ongoing Arab-Israeli dispute, holds great significance for both Jews and Arabs? This sacred site has been a subject of contention, with debates about its historical connection to ancient Jerusalem. While some Muslims dispute its relevance, the Western Wall remains a revered place for Jews and others who come to pray, reflect, and place their written prayers into the cracks of its walls. But here's an interesting fact. Right next to the Western Wall, there is an actual synagogue. When you enter, you can witness Jewish people reading and studying the Torah as well as praying to God. As you go further inside, you'll come across an ark called the Charles Winson Ark, named after the explorer from the last century. This ark dates back to the older Muslim empire, which connected the Temple Mount with the upper city to the west. However, the platform on which the ark rests is actually from the original Herodian period. Before we delve deeper, there's something you should know. Following the war in 1948, when the Jewish quarter in Jerusalem fell to Arab forces, Jews were mostly prohibited from praying at the Western Wall. This significant site faced defacement at times due to the display of political posters. However, after the Six-Day War in 1967, Israel annexed Arab East Jerusalem and asserted ownership of the city's religious site. Tensions escalated when Israel began digging a tunnel from the Western Wall. Passing under the Temple Mount, Palestinians and Muslims were alarmed, fearing that the tunnel might compromise the foundations of the Al-Aqsa Mosque. This led to riots and clashes with Israeli forces, resulting in loss of lives and injuries. In January 2016, a positive step was taken by Israel. In February 2016, a significant milestone was reached at the Western Wall. The first Reformed prayer service, which included both men and women, took place in a section of the wall called the Robinson's Ark. This marked a notable development in creating a more inclusive and diverse prayer environment at the sacred site. Now let's shift our focus to the ongoing archaeological excavations in Israel. Well, we do know that there is a lot going on. However, it's important to note that great care is being taken care of to ensure the safety of the site, particularly to avoid any damage to the Dome of the Rock under the tunnels. Within these tunnels, two massive stones measuring approximately 45 feet in length, 12 feet in height, and 16 meters wide can be found. These stones weigh nearly 600 tons, and it remains a mystery as to how Herod's workers managed to transport them here. Some speculate that these stones were brought to provide a strong foundation for the temple, ensuring its stability even during earthquakes. Adjacent to these colossal stones lies a sealed gate known as Warren's Gate. This gate is believed to be an ancient entrance into the temple platform in Jerusalem, located about 150 feet into the Western Wall tunnel. It was named after Charles Warren, a 19th century surveyor who described it. The gate was blocked up in the early 11th century after the Fatimid conquest of Jerusalem. Rediscovered in the early 1980s, it has since sparked controversy. Certain Jewish groups advocate for the reopening of Warren's Gate, as they believe it is the closest point to the Holy of Holies. However, the gate is situated in the Muslim quarter of the Old City, and the Islamic religious trust known as the Waqf, which controls the Temple Mount, has refused to allow its reopening. Currently, the gate remains sealed with a metal grate and is accessible only to archaeologists and researchers. In addition to this, the closed Golden Gate, there is another gate known as the Goen Gate that is also shut. This gate, called the Eastern Gate, is believed to be the pathway through which the glory of God will return to Jerusalem, as mentioned in the book of Ezekiel. The Holy of Holies, which was the most sacred chamber in the ancient tabernacle and temple in Jerusalem, was a perfect cube measuring at about 15 feet on each side. It housed only one object, the Ark of the Covenant, which contains the Ten Commandments and other sacred items. However, scientists find the idea of discovering the gate to the Holy of Holies quite terrifying. Some believe it's better not to find it, as they fear that uncovering the Ark could unleash a great power, whether good or evil. The appearance and contents of the Holy of Holies remain a mystery, and scientists may stumble upon something they are unprepared for if they were to find it. Although the Holy of Holies was destroyed when the temple in Jerusalem was demolished in 70 CE, its location is said to be on the Muslim side of the Temple Mount. One of the most famous claims of discovering the Holy of Holies was made by Ron Wyatt in the 1980s. Wyatt asserted that he found the Holy of Holies beneath the Dome of the Rock on the Temple Mount. However, his claims were never verified by archaeologists and are widely regarded as false today. Despite Jerusalem being a divided city, many Jews believe that the wall will be rebuilt as part of the Third Temple, while others see it as a symbol of the Jewish people's connection to Jerusalem. But no matter what lies ahead of the Western Wall, one thing will remain certain: it stands as a powerful symbol of hope and resilience for the Jewish people. This ancient structure serves as a prominent reminder of the long and often challenging history of the Jewish people, while also providing something for us as believers to look forward to at the end times across the globe.